Welcome to Lesson 2, Entering Data Correctly. Data entry may look simple, but it is one of the most important skills in Microsoft Excel. Every formula, chart, report, and dashboard depends on the quality of the data you enter. If your data is accurate, Excel will produce reliable results. If your data contains mistakes, even the most advanced formulas cannot fix them. That is why professional Excel users always make sure their data is clean and correct before they start any analysis. Excel does not treat every value the same way. Every time you type something into a cell, Excel automatically identifies what kind of data it is. There are only 3 basic data types that you need to understand: text, numbers, and dates. Knowing the difference between these types is essential because Excel uses them differently when calculating, sorting, filtering, and analyzing information. Text includes any words or letters that you type into Excel, such as employee names, product names, customer addresses, or company names. Text is designed to describe information, not to perform calculations. By default, Excel automatically aligns text to the left side of the cell, making it easy to distinguish from numbers. Whenever you enter descriptive information, Excel recognizes it as text. Numbers are values that Excel can calculate and analyze. Examples include sales amounts, salaries, quantities, prices, and inventory values. Unlike text, numbers automatically align to the right side of the cell. Because Excel recognizes them as numeric values, you can add, subtract, multiply, divide, and use them in formulas and functions without any problems. Dates are a special type of data in Excel. Even though you see them displayed as calendar dates, Excel actually stores every date as a number behind the scenes. This allows Excel to calculate the number of days between 2 dates, sort dates correctly, and perform date-based analysis. To avoid problems, always enter dates using a consistent format, such as 07/15/2025. One of the most common mistakes in Excel is typing a number as text. For example, if you type an apostrophe before the number, like apostrophe 100 instead of 100, Excel treats it as text instead of a number. The value may look correct on the screen, but formulas, such as sum or average, will ignore it completely. This is often the reason why calculations produce unexpected results. This lesson may seem simple, but incorrect data entry is responsible for most Excel problems people experience. A single mistake can affect formulas, charts, filters, sorting, and reports throughout your worksheet. Before blaming Excel for an error, always check your data first. In most cases, the problem is not the formula. It is the way the data was entered. One common mistake is entering numbers in a format that Excel recognizes as text instead of numbers. When this happens, Excel cannot perform calculations correctly. Even though the value looks like a number, formulas such as sum, average, or min will ignore it or return incorrect results. Always make sure your numeric values are stored as real numbers. Another common problem is using different date formats in the same column. For example, one cell may contain 15/07/2025, while another displays July 15, 2025. Although both represent the same date, inconsistent formatting makes your worksheet look unprofessional and may cause confusion when sorting or sharing your file. Always use one consistent date format throughout your worksheet. Leaving blank cells in the middle of your data is another mistake that causes problems. Blank rows or empty cells can interrupt formulas, stop filters from working correctly, and create incomplete charts. Every row in your dataset should contain complete information whenever possible. Clean and continuous data makes Excel much easier to work with. Extra spaces before or after a word are difficult to notice, but Excel treats them as different values. For example, the word product and the same word with a hidden space are not considered identical. This can create duplicate records, incorrect filters, and lookup errors. Always remove unnecessary spaces before analyzing your data. The golden rule of data entry is simple. One column should contain only one type of data. If a column is designed for numbers, every value should be numeric. If it is designed for dates, every entry should be a date. Never mix text, numbers, and dates in the same column. Following this single rule will prevent many Excel errors before they happen. Flash fill is one of the smartest features in Microsoft Excel. Instead of manually repeating the same task hundreds of times, Flash fill recognizes the pattern you create and completes the remaining cells automatically. It works by observing the examples you provide, making repetitive data entry much faster and easier. When used correctly, Flash fill can save you hours of manual work. Flash fill works by recognizing patterns in your data. You simply provide 1 or 2 examples, and Excel analyzes your input to predict what should appear in the remaining rows. Once Excel understands the pattern, it automatically fills the rest of the column without requiring you to type each value yourself. Imagine you have a column containing full names, such as Ahmed Mohammed, Sarah Johnson, and David Brown. Your goal is to extract only the first name from each entry. Instead of editing every row manually, Flash fill can complete the entire task automatically after seeing only a couple of examples. To use Flash fill, type the first result manually in the adjacent column. Then type the second result so Excel can recognize the pattern. Finally, press the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+E. Excel immediately fills the remaining cells by following the same pattern, saving both time and effort. Flash fill is useful for many everyday tasks. It can extract first names or last names from full names, combine values from 2 different columns into one, reformat phone numbers into a consistent style, and even extract specific parts of product codes. These repetitive tasks can be completed in seconds instead of minutes. Although Flash fill is powerful, it has one important limitation. It does not update automatically if your original data changes later. Flash fill simply creates completed values based on the current pattern. If you need results that update automatically whenever the source data changes, you should use Excel formulas instead. Flash fill is ideal for quick data cleanup, but formulas are better for dynamic automation. Entering correct data is only the first step. Good formatting makes your worksheet easier to read, understand, and share with others. A well-formatted spreadsheet helps users find information quickly and reduces mistakes when working with large amounts of data. Professional-looking worksheets are not only more attractive, but also much more effective for communication. Start with a clean and readable font. Calibri and Arial are excellent choices for most Excel worksheets, and font sizes 11 or 12 provide a professional appearance. Keep your formatting consistent throughout the file, so every worksheet follows the same style. Consistency makes your data easier to read and gives your workbook a polished look. Use colors to highlight important information without overloading the worksheet. A dark background with white text is an excellent choice for column headers because it improves visibility. Add light borders between cells to separate data clearly. Finally, align text to the left, numbers to the right, and center your headings to create a clean and balanced layout. Excel offers several number formats that improve readability. Use the currency or accounting format when working with money. Use the percentage format to display percentages correctly, and remember the shortcut Ctrl+Shift+%. For large numbers, enable the thousands separator, so values such as 150000 are displayed as 1,500,000. Proper number formatting makes data much easier to understand. Learning a few keyboard shortcuts can speed up your work every day. Press Ctrl+B to make text bold, Ctrl+I for italic, Ctrl+U for underline, and Ctrl+1 to open the Complete Format Cells dialog box. These shortcuts are used frequently by Excel professionals and can significantly improve your workflow. Let's review what you learned in this lesson. Excel classifies every entry as text, numbers, or dates, so always make sure you are using the correct data type. A single data entry mistake can affect every formula that follows. Flash fill, using Ctrl+E, is a powerful tool for completing patterns quickly. Finally, Good formatting improves readability, makes your worksheets look professional, and helps everyone understand the data more easily.